Today is Tuesday, April 23rd.
Yes, it is, Monarch. And look at this wonderful new green screen we have. Awesome green screen. High tech, new technology.
I can even feel the breeze.
Yes, you can. It's almost like we're genuinely sitting outside.
Full rizzle, gang. It makes me want to reflect on the transition from winter to spring and all the amazing highlights we had.
So many highlights, so many good times in winter. Guard! Winter guard! What's winter guard?
You know, let's hand it over for Evie for some more.
It is not common knowledge that the flag-throwing sport color guard has different seasons, and that with these seasons come great changes, especially for senior Alyssa Harrelson.
I really love winter guard because it's more of like I just like the environment better.
Winter guard is fall guard without the marching band, a trait that makes it much harder for Coach Madison Kretsch to teach.
I think winter provides a little bit more of a challenge, only for the sake of it. Everything's a lot more exposed, and it's just specifically them versus in marching band. It's like, to some degree, you can kind of cover up more with like the band versus the color guard.
And the coaches aren't the only ones that have a hard time with the sport. But regardless of the challenge, guard athletes choose to look on the positive side.
Guard is difficult in that it is a very large time commitment. So you definitely have to put in the time and the work, but it can also be really rewarding. Once you put in all that time, the end product is what makes all of it worth it.
Despite each season's differences, the communities remain equally as wonderful.
The color guard community is very inclusive and welcoming. You don't have to have any experience. They will teach you everything you need to know.
Be it fall guard or winter guard, Kretsch has always wanted to spread the same message.
Learning how to not just be comfortable with what you do, always kind of having a mindset of, building a growth mindset, I like to say.
Though they're juggling flags and friendships, the guard athletes are not afraid to sacrifice for what they love. For KYOT, this is Evie Martins.
Oh, it's good.
Yo, Micah, you got to pick that up. Don't make the janitors clean up after you.
This kid, doesn't he know that that's the janitor's job?
Actually, Micah, that's not their only job. Let's hand it over to Max and Naz for more.
After the final bell rings and the hallways have emptied, custodian Manuel Aguirre works to clean the messy hallways. When Aguirre came in to clean up language arts teacher Miranda Lee's classroom, it proved to be a valuable experience.
Manny started working here I think at the beginning of this semester. He came in and he was changing out the trash cans, and he just introduced himself. So I introduced myself and we kind of got to talking a little bit.
Rooted in their shared language, Lee and custodian Manuel Aguirre found a common interest.
Idiomas como es el español y el inglés, sí.
We were talking about literature that first day for obvious reasons. And he was telling me about a poet that he thought I should check out. And so it was really fun, and I thought it was really cool to talk to somebody who had this huge breadth of knowledge about Spanish literature and also the Spanish language, because my vocab is not what it used to be. So that's kind of how it started.
For Aguirre, the opportunity to speak about his passions in his native language opened a window for him.
Para mí es muy importante porque yo tengo todavía no una fluidez para hablar el inglés.
Their friendship uncovered one more thing Lee and Aguirre have in common: heritage.
I grew up in San Diego. I grew up maybe 35-40 minutes from the border with Mexico. So Mexican culture is something that I was always really, really close to as a kid. I think that experience is something we've talked about, and I think gives us maybe a common outlook sometimes on the world and on the U.S.
With close cultural connections, a strong educational bond, and a passion to learn, a great friendship and future ahead will bloom. For KYOT, this is Nazare and Max Roberts.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to dab my janitors up in the hallways when I see them.
That's a great idea, Micah. Spreading kindness is always important.
Kindness is my second favorite emotion behind anger, but we'll leave that to Dom.
Welcome, Coyotes. I'm Dominic Spicone, and I'm mad. Well, Coyotes, I was thinking recently, we're very close to the end of the school year. Finals are coming up. For seniors, graduation is around the corner. And then I got to thinking twice as hard. Finals is coming up. Graduation is around the corner. Where did March go? And how is it almost the end of April? How is the senior countdown already on the sign outside of the school? I just want to take a moment and reflect on how fast time has gone. I remember being a freshman, waking up and logging onto the first day of high school in my room. I remember walking the halls as a sophomore, wondering what everyone's faces looked like. I remember walking the halls as a junior, being horrified as I found out. And now we graduate in less than a month. Crazy. We were all flung into the post-COVID nightmare, and now time is going as fast as some people be flying down Campus Drive. I remember being a freshman on the last day of school, sitting in the gymnasium, listening to Mr. Abbott's speech, and as he said, graduation will be around the corner. I dismissed him and his delusional speech, but now I look back and wonder, how much could I have gotten done if I had listened to Mr. Abbott and trusted in his wise words? I implore you, Coyotes, seize the day! Take it! Make it yours. Takeaways, always listen and trust in Sir Justin Abbott's words, for they are wise. Have a great day.
And that's a fact, Dom!
That's all for Kyot.
And remember, Monarch, pack strong.